Start again. Okay, so good morning, everybody. We're going to start with McDonald's. Is there a specific reason you want to go over McDonald's this morning, Melissa?
Because I saw some flags on the stock.
What time frame were you looking at?
1 day.
Okay, so right now I see the 20-day support. It broke that 20-day support, and then I touched the 50, and I see it's continuing to go down. It opened up below this level of support, which is where it's at right now in the pre-market, and I see it's still downtrending. So we're looking at about here, the end of these 2 weeks.
Okay.
You don't want to get to this area, but I see it's downtrending more than uptrending, even though it is really low on the RSI. So, it's been this low before. So that's what you want to be mindful of. And then as you see, it's continuing to fall. So you need a good level of support for it to start recovering.
Okay, so pretty much wait for a level of support.
Yeah, because right now it's just continuing to fall.
Okay. So it would be like in 227 around there.
For the support?
Yeah.
You will want it more like on the bodies, because right now it's at 229.59. So I mean, the lowest you want to drop is probably the shortest wick out of all of these is probably where you want to keep it at. So it's about here, about 28, around this area. If it falls below here, you see it'll break the 50-day moving average below here. So you kind of want it to stay up here, and you really don't want to use the wicks, but there's nothing else to go off of when our stock is downtrending like this. So it closed, and the wick is down here. So all you're gonna see is a continuation to go down. So that's kind of what you don't want.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Are you welcome? Let me go to. So BIDU, it had 3 dojis back to back to back, which is crazy. It's still trying to figure out what it has going on. It moves with cryptocurrency, as you see. The RSI has been super low. I usually do one around the 50 area, just to, I usually do a horizontal line right here, just to, see how it's going. But as of now, it's just consolidating to the right. It's below all of the EMAs. So, which is always, a bad sign. You see the death cross, as they say, right here, which is the 50 and the 20-day crossing. So that's considered a death cross. So, it looked like a flag was forming, but the dojis changed all that, and it's just continuing to fall. So you don't have too much here either, but you always want to get all the information you can. So you never know.
So what does the death cross mean again?
So a death cross is when the 50 and the 200-day moving average cross each other.
So it's like bearish?
Well, if it was the birth cross, that'd mean it's too good. But the death cross, it sounds like a bad thing. So definitely bearish.
Okay. So
it's basically saying over the last 200 days and the last 50 days, they're moving about the same, which it shouldn't do that. It should be doing better, but it's not. And it's just a continuation of crypto doing bad. So as you see here, zoom all the way out, this continuation. I mean, I could Take this. You know?
Yeah.
You should go all the way out here and just straight downtrend, you know? And even this, like, you would thought it was a double bottom, but nothing. All resistance, resistance, drop, resistance, resistance, drop, resistance, resistance, dropping. So it's continuing to fall. But if I was to jump in, it'd be around this area. I'll then go to the top of this week's a little more. To about here. I mean, I still mark it up just to have it because I know this is one that really does really well. You know, crypto could reverse randomly, so I added to the list. Today's the
21st.
21st. Okay. Thank you. 6/21. So we do PIDU. And something that you always want to have on your list, as far as watch list, you always want to have Tesla, NVIDIA together. They usually move together. That is good to have on your watch list. And then we do TRCH, is another one that's doing really well. I think it's up $2 after hours. And it was only like $5. So 186. 0.85. Then for the put, even though it's continuing to fall, I'll say about here. I'll go down, I'll go all the way down. 184.43. Next one we're gonna do is go Alibaba. And I'm trying to get y'all this list out before the market opens. So I'm gonna, kind of like go through these pretty fast. But tonight we're gonna go through options trading and cryptocurrency. We'll start with beginner stuff and then move on to some more advanced stuff. Like I said, for me, so far, Tron Case has been doing really well. I was able to take out 100% of my investment. So I actually compounded some more into it. So like I said, it's not financial advice. This is just something that I'm doing myself, but it's worked for me so far. Alibaba is at 211.71 pre-market. I'll put this about here. That's a good entry. Let me see. Really about really up here. So all right, pretty safe. Put it up here. So about 213.46. And all this stuff is going to be in the watch list section, so you don't have to write it down if you don't want to. I mean, you really don't have to, but I'm gonna write it for you anyway. And I always have the first entry point and then the first target price. I always have everything together. And this is the entry point for the put, and then I leave all my charts marked up. And this is the first target price here, which is the wick, these wicks, and the bottom. I mean, the beginning of this body right here, touching the body of the candle. I'll say I'm gonna drop it a little bit more for the put option, just to give it the bottom out, bottom of here, bottom of this wick, and that's about 210.88. Second, I'm gonna gotta go to the list. We're gonna go to TRCH. He's been doing really well.
TRCH?
Yeah. This has been doing really well. It's high on the RSI, but as you see, it's currently at 80, and it's gone up to at least 91. So it still has a lot more room to to go. It has been printing small candles as of late, but since then it's been doing really well. This doji usually a reversal pattern, and then it's been doing really bullish ever since. So I'm gonna add this to the list. This is the one I haven't marked up yet, but it's on the radar to mark up. So you really can't do nothing with these wicks. Probably get the body, this wick right here, just to get some touches here, highs here, highs here. Also right here, what I see right here also. This is a channel that is in. You can also add another one here as support. This is where it closed. You want that there. I think it's above this price pre-market, so you really can't mark it up. I think it's like 8. Let me see what it is now. It is 847. So the chart hasn't even caught up with it right now. But this is definitely one I might get into today. It's really cheap. Let me see the contracts. For July 16th, for the $10 call is $118. That's really, really, really low for something that's moving right now. That's not bad at all. The $10 call for August 20th is $185. To give you a lot of room for it to grow. Obviously you want to open up the contract like the Greeks. The Greeks are pretty good also. The delta is 0.55. The gamma is 0.05. So you make $60 every dollar go up. So, Yeah, but since the chart isn't caught up with it, I can't mark it up. And I don't want to give a false chart. So we're going to go to Fastly next. Fastly is right in this window. If you see it, do you see it, Melissa? What this is? Without marking it up?
An ascending triangle? Or yeah.
Right away, you see it.
I forgot about Bisley.
Yeah. So that's always really good. You just want us to break out. So we're on the ascending triangle right here. And also a bullish pennant. See it coming down? Usually a bullish movement. So this is another good one. It's over. So I would say the top of these wicks is where I'll try to jump in. Typically, you don't want to use the wicks, but there's not too much information you're getting here. So these are 2 touches. This is 3 touches. 58.19. Add that to the list. And I might have to use another computer because I can't have this thing keep messing up. See if I use like my AirPods or something. I don't know.
Didn't you just get one?
It's just, I bought a microphone. I bought headphones for the computer. All that, and still sound like a robot.
Maybe it's your language, Kwame.
I said, I don't know what it is. It's messed me up because I'm trying to, do it on IG also. IG started paying me, so I'm trying to, get paid for that too.
Might as well.
And also, yeah, well, since I'm talking about it, also IG started. I'm eligible to get paid for the stuff that I post on IG and go live. So for every 15 minutes I go live, I can make $100. So what I want to do is I want to go live with other people and basically split that $100. So just get on live with me for like 15, 20 minutes, talk about life, crypto, investing, stocks, everything, and after 15 minutes, once they send a notification saying that you're being paid, I will split the money with y'all. Because I'm all about trying to help people grow. And then also with my following, it'll help grow your following. And next thing you know, you can help the next person the same way. So if anybody, interested in helping to grow their social media or get paid to post stuff, let me know and I can assist you.
Okay. That's so
I
nice.
have
That's
a
cool.
sorry.
Huh?
I have a question. Sorry,
Yeah.
Melissa. What if there's like a whole lot of volume and like no or low open interest with a stock?
So so you got to think, right? That's basically saying a lot of people want to buy something, or a lot of people used to have it. Now a lot of people are selling it, and nobody want to buy it back. So if the open interest isn't there for people for new buyers, the sellers are always going to win with the volume.
Because I was looking at Torch and I'm just kind of confused. Like it looks good, but the open interest was like 0 for a couple of contracts.
Yeah, and when it's like that, you can't sell.
Okay, all right.
You be stuck with it. So that's why that's important to look at the Greeks. That's really good as you do that, because say you go to sell something, nobody's interested in buying, you're stuck with that contract.
Right.
So this is the type of thing where it's like, say, like somebody like me or somebody like in the group, when you do have some influence, you can say, you know what, let's buy this stock today. It opens up, and then we could kind of not manipulate the market, but open the market up to us. Like, oh, we're all gonna buy the stock, because like even now you can buy the stock on Webull. You could have bought the stock at 4 a.m. on Webull and made money still. It was $5 with $8, so you still could have made.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna put it below this one because it's right on the 50-day EMA, and I'm gonna put this like right here. So 55.71. I like to use EMAs as my confirmations on top of the candles also. So I got 3 plays in here now that we marked up. The market opens in 3 minutes. So I'm just gonna put the 3 that I marked up live with y'all now, and then add some stuff also. Okay. Just so so you have the information. TRWD has been doing really well. And it's to the list also.
How do you see if they're doing pretty well?
Huh?
I said, how do you see if they're doing pretty well?
Oh, the charts. I mean, right after this bull flag, look, I leave everything marked up.
I'm talking about like before you even like look at the charts.
Oh, just the history of the market. That's what I'm saying. You want to have a list of stocks that you watch every single day, so you know if something is doing good without even having to go to it. Because I know, look, this is a cup of handle right away, so I knew it was going to do well. I started doing this, marking this up 29th of April. This is when the history is taking place.
Mm-hmm.
So I know from history of me looking at the stock, I already know it's doing good. So let me go back and see how it's doing now. Same thing with Facebook, same thing with certain ones that I've already marked up. I just know to go look at it, and I know it's been doing good in the past. So this is cup of handle. Cup of handle is bullish. So, and it's gapped up on EMAs. So like certain things that just let you know that is already doing good. This is also one of the ones I was like, I paid somebody. I was like, the first person to get this right, I'm gonna see some Cash App, and nobody got it. And I was like, it's marked up. It's showing you.
Mm. You should start quizzing like that more often.
I will. I mean, I want it to be fun in this way. I want people to make money. Making money should be fun. It shouldn't be stressed out. Like, I lose money some days. I make money some days. But at the end of the day, you got to enjoy it. We only live once.
Yep, that's right.
That is right.
So this cup and handle. Close this out. Okay, so this is high. If it's right here, this area. See, market just open. It's open right here, so it's going sideways. So we just got to see how the market does for this candle. Go down to like, so the anything 4 hours and up is usually for swing trades. I like to look at swing trades personally for myself, you know, but there's nothing wrong with looking at the hour chart, you know, and getting information. But I would have looked at right here, this area, this resistance, and once it closed above the resistance, I would have jumped in. You know, so it's like learning how to look at the charts. So I would have seen right here, this area, boom, and then I said, you know, let me jump in. So hopefully, right, wishful thinking as it's doing it, hopefully this forms a candle this way, and we get a flag, and then it starts to go up. We just wanted to stay above the EMAs. That's all.
Okay.
I know Melissa posted, I want to check FSR. I know she posted FSR target. See how FSR is doing. So it's right now, so it's consolidating to the side. It just touched the body, just touched the 20-day moving average, right? So this is my old entries right here, calls them for my puts. So it kind of touched the first entry. Even though that wick is piercing, to me, it's not worth it as far as a couple cents, you know, for it to be 10 cent, 13 cent, you know, for me to jump in. I wanted the body to close below this. But it has touched the entry for the put. Let me see her entry for the, yeah, her entry was 1925. Just, I mean, the market's already down now. So, oh no, the market, it was 16, yeah, so her entry's right here around 1667, which is close to here. I said it's probably on these wicks, 67, yeah, around this area. I put mine to the bottom of this wick, so you know, typically you want to be on top of here, so move mine up a little bit, tighten it up out here. That's the put. But yeah, it's still around this area as far as the entry for the call, so it hasn't really moved. It's going sideways. Maybe target. That's another one to put out. Target has been consolidating for a while now on top of the 20-day moving average. All right, it's already marked up. So I always like to leave my stuff marked up. So when I come to a play, I can see it right away. Now, before it started consolidating, Target was on a continuation uptrend after a double bottom. So, like I said, bro, like I don't know if it's doing good or nothing like that, but I leave my stuff marked up. So when I do go to my chart, I see it, you know, right away, all the information.
Do you see the flag?
Yeah, so you see how I was about to go mark it up, but I didn't have to because everything's already there for me. But yeah, right now I see it consolidating and it's fighting this level of support and resistance right here.
Mm-hmm.
That support, can resistance, and then it's in between right here. So it's trying to break out this channel. But usually, you know, when it consolidates for a while, that means it's gonna take off.
Yeah.
So, NVIDIA. See, NVIDIA is one of the ones I wanted to mark up this morning, but you know, it's hard to kind of like mark it up and explain it in the morning. And you know, but I want to show you how to do it at the same time. But on Wednesdays, we're gonna do I have actual chart class. So NVIDIA, look like it's forming, like I said, it looks just like, was it Target? That look like it's about to touch the EMA and form the flag. So, you know, but look, when it has that strong resistance like that, that's what you want. You want to see that on the chart because you know, okay, it's struggling to get past this area. What it finally do is going to go up. It's struggling to get past this area. What it finally do is going to go up a lot. So this area is about what price? $715. And then it went to the peak of $774. So you could have made a $30, you know, type profit, which in options, well, even more than that, it was 714, 717 to 770. Yeah, so you would have made like a $60, $50, you know, that would have been about $5,000 on one option. if you would have gotten at this resistance level. So that's the type of stuff you want to, see when you first look at your chart. Strong resistance, cool. When it finally breaks out that level of consolidating for so long, it's gonna be really bullish, and make a lot of money off that.
Kwame, what time are you gonna do your chart class on Wednesday?
Oh, every class is gonna be at 8:00. Everything is gonna be also recorded. Now, some stuff can't be public, so it's gonna be private. So you're gonna have to follow the page, but everything is gonna be on there also.
Is it 8 o'clock? Is it 8 o'clock in the morning or afternoon?
Oh, afternoon. I don't even. Well, I mean, I'm up at 8:00, but I know a lot of people around the world, and some people getting up for work and stuff like that. So I'm trying to make it available to everybody. And then tomorrow, I was able to get the recording for the funding class, so I'm gonna play that tomorrow for y'all. I can't send it to everybody, just because of copyright stuff, but I'll be able to play it tomorrow. The funding video for the 75,000 from Navy Federal. We'll be able to have that class tomorrow, and then Wednesday be chart analysis, and then Thursday, we'll do some credit stuff. So, like I said, I had the new class schedule out. We do beginner stuff on Mondays and Mondays for options and for crypto.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Tuesdays, it'd be funding, entrepreneurship type stuff. And then that could be, anything, Turo, Airbnb, you have a last business you want to get into, real estate, anything, we'll go to those type of things. And then on Thursdays, we do business credit and personal credit improvement. So just to help people in all areas of their business. Yeah, I want to have LLCs. And I know a lot of people say, have an idea what you want to have with your LLC. You want to have LLCs because you can start establishing your business credit, and also you can get business trade lines and stuff like that. So there's a lot of ways to monetize off your business before you even have it. And I tell people all the time, you don't have to invest to make money. You just have to learn how to invest to make money and teach people how to invest to make money,
Right.
So everything that I'm teaching y'all is well worth over $50. I mean, the one class alone is over $100, and everybody else is charging $400 a month for the type of stuff that we're doing. But I'm never going to go up in the price, and I want to make sure I'm teaching y'all this stuff so y'all can help, teach this stuff as well. So when we do get people on payroll, I'm gonna look for y'all first before I outsource to other experts, quote unquote.
Right. Oh, I have a question on the LLC.
Yeah.
Once we get our business license and stuff, can we use the funding to fix our extra credit?
So you got to think. So that's you're doing everything to help your business, right? So do you know what a balance transfer check is?
Yeah.
So basically, you can get a balance transfer check and write a check to yourself and or cash out and use that cash to help fix your credit.
Okay.
You got to think, if your credit card has 25,000 in it and they allow you to do a balance transfer check on it, you basically have $25,000 loan with zero interest to yourself.
Right. That sounds like the PPP loan.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was a ways to get stuff that you didn't have to include the PPP loan, and or there's forgiveness with the PPP loan, but there's a lot of funding out there. Just a lot of the stuff that people don't really tell people.
Right.
And also for your new business, you can get grants. Also, you get a bunch of funding from grants.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You got to think, all these other businesses, everybody needs tax write-offs.
Right.
So this is their way of, giving back, but making sure that they don't have to pay $1 million in taxes. They have to give $1 million away.
Right. That makes sense.
That's why Microsoft and Apple always give so many laptops and computers away every single year to schools.
So you gotta pay them taxes.
Exactly. It's like if I'm gonna lose $1 million, I'd rather lose $1 million on a yacht or a car or something I don't really want, but I'd rather buy something than lose the money.
Right.
Mommy,
Huh?
can we check Walmart, please? Por favor.
Thanks. I was gonna ask about that next too.
Nice.
Walmart?
We thinking alike.
Right. I entered last week
So
Me
you see right
too.
here. So remember I was
And
telling y'all? That's that death cross, that 50 and the 20 touching. So you
Aye.
see the resistance right here, the resistance was on a 50-day and a 20-day moving average. As it went below it, all it did was fall.
Mm.
So you're looking at this doji, right? Remember the doji is reversal. So, hopefully this doji, look at this, it touched all the way down here on our side. It's starting to recover. So maybe the buyers are starting to take over, but as of now, as you see now the doji's red, so it's still on a downtrend. Yeah.
God darn.
Yeah, it's Walmart isn't doing good at all. I'm not gonna lie.
No.
You can see
The
it on
last time it
chart.
did good was the earnings. And
You can
even
see-
before the earnings,
I
it was
think
doing
it's-
bad.
I think it's actually gone up since I bought it.
So that's
with
good
the
then.
contract.
Probably got in around here.
I got in at 135.
Oh yeah, so you up.
Yeah, me too. I'm up.
Yeah.
So that's good then, yeah. Your entries was most important. It don't matter what the chart could be downtrending. If you could have got in right here at 134 and then be at right here, so yeah, as long as you're still up, you still make a profit.
Yeah, I'm still up. So
But you see up here,
Me
right?
too.
All the
Yeah.
strong resistance, like, didn't get anywhere, boom, we dropped below the EMAs, kept going down, dropped below this EMA, kept going down. So this is why we mark it up the way you mark it up. This was the entry for the call option, right? And this was the entry for the put. You could have got in right here and made all this money on the way down.
Mhm.
It hit every level of the put entry and kept falling.
Mhm.
And that's why I always mark up one entry, then a target price. My target price usually has to do something with the EMAs. Once it falls below the EMAs, you already know it's going to continue to fall.
Hey Kwame, my brother
Yeah.
want to ask a question. He's in the group. He's in the group, but
Hey, brother.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what you think about Shiba coin?
You said Shiba?
Yeah.
So I think with everything going on with Shiba, right? All these different platforms adding it, I feel like it's gonna be a Doge in like 3 years. Now it may take super long and a lot of people are gonna be frustrated with it, but we seen what Doge did, right? Doge didn't happen overnight. It feels like it did, but now it's dropping like crazy, right?
Right.
Imagine a year or 2 or 3 years, right? Where I have a really big platform, right? I only have like 11,000 followers on social media. So, I mean, I'm not nobody, but imagine in 2 years, 3 years where we all have 20, 30, 40,000 followers and we can all tell them, hey, let's jump in at Shiba Inu right now. This is the ground level that we're working on. Yeah, the market be bad. Elon Musk is one person. If he say buy sheep, it goes crazy. So imagine if we could get 100 of us in the Discord or 1,000 of us in the Discord with 1,000 people following us. That's 1 million people. We could tell, hey, we're gonna buy sheep at this price and jump out at this price. That's what you want. You want to get to that point.
Mhm. I agree with that. I think it's gonna blow up with the year in the year, maybe sooner.
Yeah, so I'm holding. I don't care if the market does bad, if it's going sideways. I learned from experience with certain apps, as far as if I have my sheep in my trust wallet and it's doing bad, I just won't look at that. I don't care if I don't got to close. If I don't have to look at that for a week, a month, a year, I'm just close the app because when it finally take off, I'm not gonna be like, damn man, I had $1 million Dogecoin and I sold. I should have held it. I don't want to have that conversation.
Right. Yep. I'm on the same
Yeah.
too.
So are you holding Doge too?
I was lucky enough to get $1 million Doge in December.
So you holding?
I cashed them out. I cashed them out at the top at the 70, just because I know from experience, whenever it's like a big event happening with stock or crypto, it usually does the opposite. On every single battery day for Tesla, it does bad. Every single earnings for Tesla, it does bad. Apple has an announcement about a new phone, it does bad. So I was like, oh, it's gonna be on SNL. Everybody was like, it's going to the moon. I was like, nah, I know from experience, it always does bad. Every big announcement has been the opposite so far.
So do you think it's gonna go back up?
You got to think. I mean, who do we have to talk about it now? Elon Musk is being sued by the SEC about it over and over. He's tired of losing money about it. So I mean, it was only him and Mark Cuban really pushing Dogecoin. Mark Cuban just got scammed out of Titan Coin. So they're going to be like, well, let me just take the Bitcoin. So we need an influencer, really. I mean, that's who was pushing it. You know, before Elon Musk was talking about Dogecoin, it wasn't doing anything, honestly.
Can we take a look at SPY?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, call me. While you're pulling that up, I got a question for you about the TRCH with the dividends that they're paying out. Isn't like, so in 3 days when they pay out the dividends, isn't I mean, maybe I'm totally wrong, but the next morning, isn't everybody going to sell that stock? Or
Typically for a dividend, you know, there's some people that I think it's called DRIP when you dividend reinvestment. So there's some people that just re-up right away on their points as far as when they get their dividend, they just get more. But like I said, it's been so bullish right now. For the most part, I might just, you know, take profit. Like a lot of people got in at $1, $2, you know. So it's like, instead of being greedy, let me cash out after the dividend, like you're saying. And then there's gonna be some people that hold slow. But like I said, at the end of the day, the sellers will always win. If a bunch of people take profit, I don't care how long you hold it, you're gonna lose money, you know?
Yeah.
But this is SPY, right? So as you see, we already have SPY marked up. This was the call entry. As you see, right, it fell below this EMA, but this was the put entry actually. And this is the resistance at the top, support right here. So I put this for the entry for the put. As it hit the entry of the put, like, and I would say I always use the EMAs also as a confirmation. So see, it hit the EMA 20. This is the put entry. Boom, it fell. This is the 50-day moving average. Closed below it. Boom, it fell. Now this is the next level of support because I want it to stay above the 100-day. Now we definitely don't want it to hit the 200-day moving average, but this is what we're looking at. The support right here. You don't want it to close below the 100-day moving average or continue to fall. The last positive thing we had, as you see here, we had a double bottom, went above the neckline, and then it continued to go up. But ever since then, it had this resistance, had a small little breakout. It has a resistance right here. I just added just so you see it. The SPY, but SPY has been, you know, if we're looking at the 4-hour chart, the daily chart, yeah, it's feel like it's been going down. But if you got in, this is the resistance right here. So I'll just put that right here. But if you close, I mean, you zoom out the chart, has been doing good for months. You know, this is since the pandemic. You know, it's been doing really well.
Right. My question is where we are right now. We're going to have to eventually fill those candles, right? Those candles are going to have to be filled. Those two candles that are to the left of the candle that we're on right now.
Yeah.
Which would indicate that it would have to eventually go up.
Eventually, right? Yes. Yeah. But see, and that's the thing. So you see how this turned on our side also? That's the indication. So the last time it did this, it did this. So I just look at the history of the chart. Now, yes, eventually, yes, it's gonna go back up. You know, another indication of this also that it's gonna go back up. The world is opening back up. I think all restrictions in New York ends next month. You know, New York is the stock market, the stock exchange. So, you know, the world's opening back up. There's people doing more activities outside, spending more money into the economy, stuff like that, and then it's gonna eventually go back up. But as of now, it's just it's a little downtrend. You know, not much, but you know, just a little small window of downtrend. You know, it seems like a lot, but it's $415 here and $424 here. So it's not even like a big drop. That's really nothing in the market. You know, $10 window. That's not much at all.
Okay.
But all we do want to see is to close above this the 50-day moving average. You know, so from where's that now?
And that's the green one. That's the green line.
Oh, so all right. So I'll break it down right now. So you see what this is? So the red one is the 20-day.
Okay, hold on just a second.
Okay.
Gotta grab my pen. Okay, so the red is the 20-day.
The yellow is the 50-day.
Yellow, 50.
The teal is the 100. And the dark blue is the 200. Now, if you go all the way over here, it'll show you also which one is which. But Just because it's this color now, if you double click on it, you can change it to the color you want. So you can always know which is which.
Okay.
So you never have to keep it how it is. You can always change the colors for yourself.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And it's just, I'm so used to the regular colors that's what I use. But as far as the entry points, I use my entry points as the rays instead of the point of resistance. You know, that's just a habit. But like I said, if to do one now that we're on live and going over it, I would do a horizontal ray. And I would say we need it above here. This is where the support is. So this is actually the entry for the put. Well, if it was up here, it already passed all the entries. So typically you want it to close above the EMA for a strong uptrend. So I'm looking at around this area, you're looking for a good entry point. So for me to find an entry point for here, I'm looking all the way left to see what's going on the chart here, you know? So the top of this wick is a good indication. The top of this wick right here is the bottom support of here. And if I go all the way over, look over here, this is where the top of that wick is the top of this candle. So I just use the history of the chart to find the new entry points. So you see here, what I'm looking at right here, this top of this wick is off the top of this body of this one. So I just use all that information, go sideways. I use all that information to see where I want to enter for my call option again. So let me mark it up also. I already have it on. Top of this wick, top of this body, about here. So I wanted to enter here, and then the EMAs would be the next entry points. I mean, target price. So this would be the entry point to get back into call for SPY. And then this would be from here to here is where you think it'll go to as far as target price. Then from this target price to this target price around the EMA, around here. So that's how you know, okay, cool. If it gets to about this point, the next area of target prices should be is the EMA.
Okay.
And like I said, even in the chart class, this is how I'm gonna break it down. But I want to get this information every single day so I learn how to get this stuff.
Right.
So during the chart class, all I'm gonna show you how to set up the charts and what indicators that I use, how I go over stuff, how I look at the chart. But every single morning, all this stuff that we're talking about is gonna be here as far as how to break down the chart and how to read a chart. Then also everything will be recorded and put on YouTube. So all this information is gonna be available to everybody. So if you don't make the chart class on Wednesday, every single day we basically do a chart class in the morning. And then I make my watch list here, right? So say I'm on here, I'm looking at the plays that I have marked up. Everything is red. Look at MicroStrategy's down 46%, right? It moves with Bitcoin, right? So we're seeing this big red candle, right? Because Bitcoin is going down. So this was the call entry. This is the put entry. I always have everything marked up. Hit that first entry, hit that first target price. Now it's at the level of support. You would have made $60 on the way down. You would have made $6,000 on this put option. You would have made. And I leave everything marked up. So if we're going over a play, and I'm like, you know what? Bitcoin is going down. Let me look at this play. I already know exactly what to look for because I already have everything marked up.
I'm sorry, this is how many contracts that would have been?
You just need one.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You would have just needed one contract.
Kwame,
Yes.
can we please look at eBay?
And also, I finished my my Chart for Kids books, and it really breaks all this stuff down really simple. I mean, I know it's safe for kids, but it's to break it down in the simplest form, you know, so you can teach your kids how to do this stuff. Imagine if you teach your kid this at 10, 7, 5, and by the time they're 18, you know, they working a job is cool. There's nothing wrong with 9 to 5 at all, you know. But if you give your kids the opportunity to make 6 figures before they leave the house, you know, and really set them up, you know, that's what I'm trying to do for everybody. As you see here, once again, the EMA 20-day moving average is a support. Once it breaks below, it closes down. So right now it's at the level of the 500. I mean, the 50
You want to go on?
for the support.
What you want
You want it to close above, but if it closes below, it's going to continue to fall, and then you want it to stay above this area. But this is eBay. eBay got a good level of resistance right here, strong resistance at the top. It's currently right here. You will want it to close typically above here for entry. What I'm looking at for the entry is the bottom of this candle, the support right here, the top of this resistance for an entry. So to get back into eBay, it would be above around this area. I would say above here. I'll just go to the top of this wick since it's been here before. I'll say above here. I'll look at that for an entry. And the first target price would be the EMA.
Was that 64.31?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's already around the put area as far as for the day. So it's on this EMA, the 50-day moving average.
What
So
time frame do you use for it when you wait for confirmation? 30 minutes or
So-
1 hour?
So honestly, if you're doing a day trade, you want to do an hour and down, right? I typically
Right.
only look stuff for swing trades because I never want to do anything in a day. You know, day
Okay.
trades is really risky. Even if I'm gonna do a day trade, I'm looking at the swing trade time frame so I can have enough time on the chart. So even if I sell it in the same day, I still want the biggest time frame for confirmation. So the day and a 4 hour is the two biggest time frame confirmations that I'm looking at. If I drop it down to the hour, right? You see, it's still exactly right where we were trying to get to.
Yeah.
That would be the first entry point. I mean, the first target price. So like I said, you can break it down to lower. I use the biggest time frames for confirmation. As you see here, reversal on the RSI, which is an indication that it's going to start going up. You see how the support is right here at the 200-day moving average?
Yeah.
And then it closed above and it started going back up. So this would be the next target price. And this right here, look, it literally works out all the time. So you see right here, this is the support, the resistance, and this is where I say the target price should be at, right? And this was a different time frame. So it's just basically looking at this stuff over and over and over, you start to get used to it. Get familiar with it. Right here, look, support, the 50-day average of support. Once it closes below the support, it falls down. So sometimes you don't even have to mark stuff up. You just see it.
You just see it. Yeah.
Look, more we say, right? Once they do the cross, it don't have to be the depth cross, but once they cross, it always starts to go back down. Every single time it does that.
Every EMA that crosses or
No, for
just,
some reason, every single time they cross, because so over something that's the last 20 days, it should be doing better than it did the last 50 days. That's basically what it's saying. But if it's doing the same as it did the last 50 days, that means it's doing bad. So that's like saying for the last 20 days, you've been able to do 15 minutes of abs, right? In the last 50 days, when you first started working out, you can only do 5 minutes. So now you're only doing 5 minutes again, like you did when you first started. So of course your cardio and everything is going to start going down. So think of it like that. Like, look, this is your 20-day, right? This is when you're really getting in shape, right? Because when you first start, you're down here when you first start working out. As you get better, you start going up, right? So you can only do 1 minute of running before you start getting tired. Then 5 minutes of running, then 10 minutes of running, then 20 minutes of running, you know? But if you're doing your 20 minutes of running and you're getting so lazy now, you can only do it for 10 minutes now. And then it cross down to the 1 minute now. That think of it like that. That's why I keep going down. The smaller the moving average, the better it should be doing. So once it crosses, that means, oh, something's wrong. You know, you're not performing at that same level no more. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
also too, look what look what it's showing you on the chart also. You know, it's giving you the numbers, right? It's telling me what target price is. So say like you didn't even know how to read a chart, but you had this just sitting here, right? It's just sitting right there. I know, right, that the 20-day moving average is $64.64. The next entry point would be $65.14. It's showing you on the chart. All this information is there for you. It's showing you right here. Without me even have to move this. I could have this sitting right here, and I still will know, okay, the next entry point is this. The next target price is this. So like I said, the charts give you all the information you need to be successful at this stuff.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Like I said, I didn't learn this stuff overnight. And I didn't learn this stuff last year. I learned all this stuff in February as far as the charts. And every single day I work on my charts to get better at this stuff. So that's why I created a
Yes.
chart section so everybody can talk about charts. And anybody that really want to learn this stuff is going to be there to learn this stuff. I'm telling y'all, if y'all learn how to do this charts, chart classes usually go for like $2,500, $500, or, it's for a whole week. I'm teaching you all this stuff for free. All you have to do is learn this stuff. Then, now you know you
Yeah.
can go get classes. Like I said,
I
y'all really can make money learning this stuff.
I am really hooked with learning charts. Like every day, I go to YouTube. I look at the Discord and look at all the information that is there. I try to watch the lives again. I just any question I have, I just go to YouTube and like research a pattern, or I'm just really hooked with learning the charts, and that's what I found out, that if I learn the charts, like I could do really good here.
The charts are important. It's the foundation of what you're learning. It's the foundation of like, okay, you know what? I am getting this. Like all this stuff is risky, like this is a trick that I learned from somebody on YouTube, and I don't remember where I learned this at, but they were saying always put a 50, right? You can't really actually get exact 50 line. So it's like 50, 33 or something like that. 50, 17. So this is like a level of resistance, right? You want to keep them in your charts. They always say when it's crossing below the 50, it's going down. Every time it goes below the 50, it starts to go down. And I was like, you want to know? They're right. And that's just like a little trick that I learned from somebody on YouTube that I don't even remember what page I was looking at or what video I was watching, but that was something real quick that I learned and seen. And they're right. So just learning all this information, processing it, and just putting it out to everybody so everybody see it. And like I said, this is recorded. So of course, you can save this and watch it later and go over stuff. If anybody has any other stocks that they want to look at, I'm here to assist you and help you. Please, let's build our chart knowledge. Let's, ask questions in the chart section. I put a bunch of charts there last night that we're going to go over this morning. And, I really want to help y'all be successful at this stuff. So like I said, if you learn how to do charts, you can make about $500 a person in a class. You really could. If you know how to build credit, everybody know how important credit is. You can make a good amount of money on there. Somebody charged me $1,000 to fix my credit. I paid them just so I could see if I knew what they knew. I'm the type of person that would do that. I would pay to get the information, and then I realized, well, everything they just showed me, told me, I know it already. But it was worth the investment to see, especially an evaluation of what I thought I knew, to verify that I knew what I was talking about. And then once I did that, I put the information free in the Discord for everybody. So when somebody's like, they need the dispute letters, or they have to get their collections off in 5 minutes, how can you do it? I know all this stuff now. Now somebody would tell you need 4 rounds to get the collections off and to update your personal information and to get your dispute letters. That's all lies. You can get all that stuff done. You can update your personal information in less than 10 minutes. And you can get collections off your report in less than 10 minutes. I know how to do this stuff now. But a business will charge somebody $200, right, a month or something like that to do it for 4 rounds, because they always say that. But that's not accurate anymore. Now that I know the information, I put all this stuff in the credit growth section. Y'all learn how to do it, y'all can get classes. Y'all can make money teaching stuff that y'all learn inside the Discord. So it's not just about investing. Investing is a gateway to set yourself up for the rest of your life. So me learning about crypto and options was cool to make that money, But now I'm getting into Turo, I'm getting into Airbnb, I'm getting into different business ventures with different companies. I have enough following and stuff on my social media. Now I'm getting paid every time I post. And now I get paid $100 to go live for 15 minutes. So if anybody else want to grow their following and, want to help with that stuff, I have no problem helping you help me. We're all helping each other. So we can go live and talk for 15 minutes and just have a regular conversation. And then I'm gonna get a notification saying, you met the requirement, you done made $100 and we split it. I don't care. I want to help everybody.
So how many followers do you need to have to get paid?
So I think it's 10,000 and up, and then you get like a notification, and you gotta have a professional page, a business page.
Oh, okay.
But anybody can have a business page. You just switch to a business page, and then you just start working on your followers. And really just with followers, you just need to post just consistent content. That's really it.
Hey, Kwame, can we look at Torch real quick?
Yeah.
I had a question about it. I'm new to these charts, so I'm not really sure how long we need to be holding on the Torch, because it's doing real well today.
Yeah. See, that's why I was even talking about it today. So you want to look at it around this area, right? So I'm gonna mark it up so you see it. You want to look at the previous high on RSI before everybody started selling. So the RSI will let everybody know when everybody was selling and buying. So around this area is when everybody started selling. So we have a little more room for it to grow. But at the same time, if, like I said, you made a couple thousand, couple hundred off it, you don't want to get greedy. So look, it broke out that channel easily, closed above here, boom, started taking off. Just like we said this morning, it would. This is the day candle. So this different today.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Like I said, like I said, any questions you have, charts, anything like that, we're gonna have open dialogue in the chart section, have everybody grow their knowledge on the charts. Once y'all learn this stuff, y'all really can make a lot of money teaching this stuff.
You don't gotta ask
What
me
about-
twice about chart discussions. I'm gonna be in there.
Oh no, it's gonna be good. I feel like it was something that was needed, Like I said, like we have the beginners section for crypto. I might have to do a options chat, beginners options chat, and just to share knowledge and open questions. I don't want to have so many tabs in there, but I feel like the more people learn, the better people can earn money and just help them grow. So, like I said, I have no problem, helping people with stuff.
Yeah, I
Can you
agree.
look at ASO?
Was it ASOS
ASO?
or ASO? This thing ever pop up? So we're seeing it's currently right now at 3904. The resistance is really right here. So it's above the resistance. The cross right here, as you see, once it crossed the 20 and 50, it started going down. It's closing above the 100 moving average and the 20. So you want it to typically, see, I'm breaking that to 30. Break it down even more. It's just certain things you want to do on the chart to close above. So you see this candle right here is closed above right here at the 100. So typically you want it to close, let's see how there's more. You want the candle to close above here for it to continue to go up, this 100-day moving average. So if it closes above this area, like around here, it continue to uptrend. If it closes below, you want it to stay above the 50-day moving average, or it's going to continue to fall. And then you look at the RSI also to see last time it was this high, what happened. As you see, last time it was this high, it started to fall, as you see here. So it's just, using all this information from the charts to see. But like I said, now it's not 100% guaranteed either. Just all high probability trading. when it comes to the charts. But for the most part, the charts really do help. So right here is Coinbase, MicroStrategies, Chipotle, which is one of my favorite plays. I do that. I can do Chipotle every single day to make money. The Chipotle. So Chipotle is always an uptrend. It look like it's about to be. Yeah. The Chipotle is always doing good. Double bottom right here, but I don't even have to, mark up the chart. See it, boom, right here, right there. Neckline right here. Once it closed above, it went up. Like I said, after a while, you start to see the charts, you start to see everything. And my children's book, the way I explain this right, is a son and it's a niece and a nephew. They're talking. They're like, Uncle, you have our initials on your chart. He's like, what are you talking about? One is Wendy, one is Mike. Wendy is like, yeah, because I can see my first initial on your chart. And he was like, what does that mean? He's like, oh, it means it's gonna go up. And then Mike said, huh?
Oh, no, go for it.
No, and then Mike is like, yeah, so when there's an M, what does it mean? And it means it's gonna go down. And then Mike gets sad. He's like, don't be sad, when it's going down like that, it could be a triple bottom. So it's just explaining it in the simplest form. Seriously.
That's super cute. Are your books out yet?
So when we invite it.
The book, so it's not well. It's technically is edited and is it'll be out. I probably put it out this weekend. I just wanted to make sure I have a parent section in the back too where it explains stuff more in detail. Kids probably not gonna understand it. So I have it's a children's book that helps teach the parent. And then in the back is a guide for parents to help understand this stuff. So if their kids do have questions, they can go to the back of the book and get the answers. So I try to put all the information on one book. So I'm trying to get it on Amazon, published on Amazon. So once it's finished, I will let everybody know. But like I said, it's gonna be super simple to understand this stuff. Next thing you know, then you take that $15 book, you do a teach, and then you charge somebody $150, $20 to give a class on charts per person. Hey, I don't care. Look, I want y'all to make some money. See the candle right here? Going up?
That was really cute.
Chipotle, easy money, man. Every day.
Chipotle, that's my goal, Kwame.
Chipotle, some easy money.
That's my goal. Like the day I play this, I'm gonna graduate.
But nah, it is expensive though. I mean, that's the only.
I know, that's why I'm gonna graduate from the chart section. When I play, I'm gonna let you all know.
Roku doing good. And on the watch list, you can just see the percentage. That's how you know. So look at this. Chipotle, I mean, Roku been doing good for a while.
How much is a call for or an option, like a contract for Chipotle average?
About 1,500. Yeah. Like I said, it goes up $20, $30 on average. So you make about $2,000-$3,000 every time. And Roku would have been a good play. You see this all the way from back here, just straight up. So I was just looking at the market, see what the market gives you. Nvidia is down 25% right now. So, I look for stuff that's down that usually does really well for a recovery, right? So look, boom, clear as day, right? Support right here, 20-day moving average, close below, goes down. Support right here, 50-day moving average, close below, it goes down. Now we wait for the same thing here. If it closes below the 100-day moving average, continue to go down. This is the old entry for the call, right? And it recovered all the way here. So look, this was the call right here. This was the put. The put was on the EMA. So I use the EMAs a lot, as an indication other than the wicks and the candles. But as you see here, they was doing really well for the entry. Once it went below the EMA right here, it started to go down. Once it went below the EMA right here, it started to go down. So it's an indication of this is the next one. If it closes below here, it's going to continue to go down. It's going to enter the old entry point. So if you would have got here, right, entered here, made a bunch of money, got greedy, kept it the whole time. You reach right here, you lose all your money because you got greedy. So you want to take profits. Nothing wrong with taking profits. Also, I would have took profit right here because I see this resistance, right? It was going sideways. It wasn't moving for a little bit. So I would probably sold right here, but this would have been a good indication of when to jump back in. right? So because you see the resistance right here on the top, I would have said, you know what, I made some money. It's going to the side. There's resistance right here. Let me jump back in. If it closed above this resistance, then I would have made this money on this big candle. So just learn how to look at this stuff. That's all, y'all. Learn how to look at it. Once you get how to look at it, you make a lot of money from this stuff. But you want to look at the charts on one screen, and on the other screen, you would be looking at your app. So this is up while I'm looking at Robinhood. I'm not looking at Robinhood, the price going up and down. I'm watching my chart to see what I'm going to enter and sell or trade, not looking at the app. But the RSI is really low, so NVIDIA should be recovering. Disney just started kind of moving a little bit. But yeah, for the most part, a lot of stuff is moving sideways in the market. Chipotle's doing good. It's even one of even more since we've been speaking. Gush is a oil ETF. It's doing okay. I'm gonna add Zoom to my list. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull up Zoom now. But as you see here, right, once it touched the EMA, you want it to close above. So it's giving you an indication that it's gonna start going back up. This was the entry for the call option, as you see on the top here. It pierced it, but it didn't enter. This is the put entry. Close below the put entry. As it hit the put entry, it went down. You never want to just look for calls. You want to look for both. Once it crossed there, like we say, every time it crosses, it goes down. Clear indication is going to keep going down. And it tell you that fast. You see it cross, boom, it's going down. You don't have to overthink it. You don't have to, lose money trying to say, no, I know it's going to go back up. Just take the money that's given you. Zoom is another one that usually does good. And it's crazy. Zoom is doing good recently, but the world's opening up. So I'm not sure if it's more working from Zoom, or I'm not sure why or how. Zoom has just been killing it. See, this was the old entry for the call option. So if you jumped in when we first told you to jump in, you'd have made a bunch of money. Then this is the entry for the call entry again. Bunch of money on the way up. So like I said, I leave my charts always marked up. Once it look, same thing again, support right here. Support is the 20-day moving average. Once it closes below it, it starts to go down. This old entry point is now a support. So this is why I leave all my stuff marked up. Old supports become new resistance. New resistance can become old support. It all works together. That's why I always tell people there's no point to wait to mark up a chart. Those support and resistance levels are going to be the same. The only thing different is going to be one candle. Or depending on the time frame you're on, it's going to be 2 or 3 candles. But, for the most part, it's going to be the same. I'm sorry. I feel like I've been talking a lot this morning. My bad.
Nah, you doing what you're supposed to, bro.
But y'all see it though, right? Like I said, I never wanted to feel like I'm teaching y'all stuff. Like I just want to talk to y'all and show y'all how to break this stuff down in the simplest form. Like I said, y'all learn this stuff, y'all really can make a lot of money teaching it, honestly. To the point where I can see a chart and I just see the resistance and the support and where it's going and the EMA. It do it for me. I don't even have to mark it up no more.
Mommy, so Zoom's gonna bounce off from that, right?
Hopefully, like I said, you see here right here, it just turned over. So I look at all this information when I look at the chart. So it just started turning over. But at the same time, like I said, the world's opening up more. So I'm not sure why Zoom would be doing,
Mhm.
If
A lot
anything,
of
it
people
should be
still not
doing.
trying to go back to work. Maybe they'll still stay home.
Yeah, I mean, unless we hear it's a big breakout. But as you see, a lot of people start wearing masks, just going out regular. We haven't heard anything about no new reports or nothing. So I'm not sure what would, increase the Zoom activity. Probably in a month or two, when people start going to school and they say, you know what, they don't want to go to college, or they don't want their kids to go to school in person. They want to only do it online. And then I think I can see Zoom doing well then at that time frame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people in the streets in New York wasn't wearing masks this weekend.
Yeah, nobody wearing a mask no more.
It was straight.
When it said, is it 4th of July? Is over?
I think
was
so.
a report out saying it's going to be over soon. And I get it. I mean, in Florida, nobody ever wore masks. In Texas, nobody ever wore masks. A lot of places, people didn't care.
But I think what they got to worry about is that Delta variant that's supposed to be worse than than the COVID-19 was. So
I think that's what it is. People are so tired of it, they don't care no more. People just over it. For real, I think people just over it. They don't even
Yeah,
care.
they'll be over it until everybody start dropping again. So yeah.
But even then, remember the younger generation didn't care. They were like, well, it's the older people dying, not like so.
Mhm.
They still would go to parties and clubs and hookah lounge and they didn't
Yeah.
care.
It's gonna be hard for them to try to stop it again.
Again,
Stop
after
the world.
everybody been on, look, we all been on punishment for a month, for a year. Everybody ready to go outside again. Nobody care.
Everybody gonna be defiant. Okay.
I'm out here in California, and I mean, people, they now starting to come outside without like go shopping in the malls without masks and everything. So it's a little different over here. People still masked
Yeah,
up over here.
I'm in
But I know,
Cali too.
so I know Cali, New York, there's like two really big hotspots. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so like when I see New York said they were lifting their restrictions, I said, oh yeah, it's about to be over. Because in New York, if you fly into New York, you have to stay for 2 weeks.
You used to, not no more.
But
I fly
technically,
to-
I mean, I ain't never did it before, but I go home and then I just leave.
Yeah, I drive.
Yeah, I mean, I fly to New York probably like 2 to 3 times out the month, and up until about I say like 3 months ago, they would make when you come off the plane, they have you fill out the form,
You fill out
but it
that
was
form, yeah.
voluntary.
Take
Yeah,
your
it was
number.
voluntary.
And, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're looking at so many people now that are vaccinated, so they're not, they're like, oh, it's not a real
But that's
threat.
what's crazy. That all the vaccinated people still getting it. And so it's like,
Because they
that
ain't
was the whole
dying
thing.
from it. The vaccinated people are not dying from it. So then it's like, okay, you get it, but you'll live.
But then now they say, but you gotta get it every year now too.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm
like,
straight with
okay, I'm straight too. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But I'm
Yeah.
not about to be a test dummy. Everybody knows medicine and all this stuff. It takes years for it to be right,
That part.
And then think about it, they
Yeah.
still don't have a cure for the cold. So it's like they don't have stuff for common stuff. How they gonna have something so advanced so fast? And then Pfizer and Moderna, they all said that their stuff was not accurate. And now they're all being sued. It's like, no, I can't risk it.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Well, some things they're not gonna find a cure for because it's a money making thing. So
But yeah,
they're not
well,
gonna
I
try to
mean,
find
the
a cure
hospital
for cancer
itself
because
is
that's too much money.
that's what the hospital is for, is to make money.
Mhm.
They're a $1 billion industry. You never heard of a doctor saying they become a billionaire from just doing surgeries.
And if this wouldn't have been a pandemic, if only a few hundred people or a few thousand people